So, hey guys! So it's Friday the 13th, as my intro said. I hope you like that. And I'm gonna start my video. I didn't do a video last week because I was either busy or wasn't feeling well, or both. I do not remember. But I have all the questions from last week and this week together, and my week just this week. So, and I have a lot to talk about actually, because of my condition and stuff. I've been observing it more often than usual and doing some experiments and all that stuff. So I have a lot to talk about. So I'm going to go on to the questions first. So Abby, it's really good to see you again. And your question was, what is your New Year's resolution? I have something for that. I'll be right. So I believe, I think it was Lauren asked this question 2 weeks ago. I answered that one on my last video, but I just wanted to put this in. So this is just off of one of my mom's little Maxine calendars. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's that woman, they write calendars about cartoons. And so this is about New Year's resolution. It's this year I resolved to eat and sleep more. No point in making resolutions if you can't keep them. And you can see her mug says, I heart my attitude problem. And I noticed in the calendar behind it, it's really funny. It says, it's really tiny, I forget. This time of year, the weather changes more than a man with a remote. And it's funny because the weather's been totally crazy, so yeah. So I thought I'd share that with you. So Rachel, your question was, how has the weather in your area been? Okay. So as that calendar thing I said, it's been ridiculous. Today especially, the temperature has been crazy. It's been one day it's the 40s and next it's below zero, and it's nuts. And today, just today, it started out pouring rain. Yesterday it was snowing and we got 3 inches, and then 3 to 4 inches or 5, I don't remember, but it was pouring this morning. I woke up, it was you couldn't see out of your window, and then it was snowing, big snowflakes were coming down, and then the next thing you know, it's pouring again, and then it's snowing, and that went on all day. It was ridiculous. And so now it's just cloudy, but it stopped. So that's my weather. And I loved her dress. It was really pretty. Now I'm gonna move on to Linnea. Oh my god, I've practiced your name so many times so I'd get it right, because I was afraid I was gonna say it wrong. Because that happens with my name too. It's kind of frustrating. So I made sure I could say your name. And it's great to have you on the channel. I talk to you a lot over YouTube and everything, so it's great to see you as a person talking about pots and stuff on our YouTube channel. And I loved your video. It was great for the first Teenpotsy kind of video. And your question was, what is a weird symptom you have? Probably, I would say pooling, but that's not that weird. Well, it is weird. Your legs turn purple. I'm probably forgetting some symptom that comes normal to me now, but it would be weird. Oh, okay. I have sensitivities to sounds, different sounds. I don't know why, but I've had this all my life, and especially now, it's gotten worse with pots. Anything that sounds like a broom on the floor or something, the sweeping noise. or like toothbrush noise. Even thinking about it gives me goosebumps, and like, I don't know. It just like gets to me where I'm like get goosebumps all over, and I'm like, I can't think or like talk very clearly. Anything associated with that kind of noise like bugs me, and it's not something you can like stop with your mind thinking about something else. It's like, I don't know, but it's worse with the pots right now. So maybe it's something that's always been there, like in, I'm saying like a lot, in my brain, autonomic nervous systems, like, I don't know. But that's a weird thing. Anyway, I liked your knitting. I have knitted for a long time, since I was probably in 2nd grade. I have been doing it a lot since I got pots, but I should show you at the end of my video some of the stuff I'm working on, because it's pretty cool. And I taught myself to crochet, so that's cool too. I have a lot of time on my hands. Anyway, yeah, it's very like nice to do in front of the TV, and like I always have to do something with my hands. I don't know. I'm just like really agitated sometimes, and when I don't want to rest or sit still. I've always been that kind of person that always needs to be doing something, but I like knitting. It's good. And Lauren, your question was, do you exercise on your worst days? And what kind of exercise do you do? Well, you are like kind of like me in a way where you exercise and it basically makes you tired for a long time. And then you exercise again, and then you're tired and in bed for a while. You know what I mean? It's just like it almost doesn't benefit you. I don't know. I don't know that much about your situation, but you exercise and you get too tired, and then you can't do it the next day because you're too tired. And it's really frustrating, but I have been trying to do it every day. Every other day is good too. And if you can't do it that day, I just do weights. I do 5-pound weights, but you need to start like with 2 pounds, and then when that's easy, do 3 pounds, and then go to 5 pounds. But like just doing like this, and like that, like flyaways, and going back, and going like this, about how many times you need to do it that you don't feel like strained. Okay, I just had to switch places because my computer died and there was no outlet. So, to Lauren's question, I do my bike. I worked my way up by like doing like 5 minutes to 10 minutes, 15 to 20. That was over a long span of time. And I still can't do that much on my bike, my bike. I would really recommend those for exercise because it doesn't involve your whole body, just your legs, and it doesn't put that much stress on your upper body. And the thing is with me, my heart rate gets so incredibly high and strong fast. So I basically start getting like really out of breath and like having my heart pounding really hard after I'm on there for such a short period of time. And I feel like I have to take breaks a lot, and I feel like I get out of breath really easily. I feel like I gotta, what was I talking? I have to like stop and take breaks, and I can't do it that long some days, which are worse than others, but it's hard. I mean, if you don't have a medication you're on to like take down your heart rate, it's hard to exercise. And I've been fighting that a lot these days, that my heart rate's been really fast when I exercise, and it's been really hard to go for a long time exercising and get a benefit from it. But yeah, that's my exercise stuff, and I try to exercise on my worst days, but sometimes it makes things worse than it already is. So yeah. And Coco is so cute. And finally, Rachel, for this week, your question was, what is something you're looking forward to? Summer. I'm hating winter. It's ridiculous. Riding my horse. I really want to do that sometime. It's been making me really fatigued when I ride him, and it's hard, and we've been having a lot of bad weather, so we can't put them out when that happens, and then they get all ramped up, and then you don't want to take chances with me like falling off or anything like that. So they're hyper and they're jazzed because of the snow. So, and that's cool about the lady that you saw and talked to and raised awareness. So that's good. And that's all the questions. So I'm just going to do my week. It's not day by day. It's kind of just an overview. But like I said, I've been doing bike and weights for 20 minutes. 20 minutes on bike and some weights, 5 pounds. And like 10, 15, 20 minutes depending on what kind of day I'm having. And I need to show you, I've been doing my heart rate when I wake up, laying down, sitting up, and then standing. And it's pretty, like, I wouldn't want to say cool, because it's not cool, but it's interesting to see what's been going on. Okay. I'm going to do the rest of my week, then show you that. Monday, I got a haircut. I don't know if you recognize, because it was just a trim. And I went to TJ Maxx after that. And then Thursday, I went to the chiropractor. And that's basically all. Not anything like big I did. And my heart rate has been very high, as I've been saying. And I have been doing a little experiment. I have been not wearing my compression stockings for a couple days and wearing them for a couple days, seeing and comparing how my heart rate is. And I am on the side where I'm wearing them. I wasn't wearing them for like 3 days, and I loved it. I felt free. For those of you who wear compression stockings, they are a pain in the butt. They squeeze your legs, and they're not fun. And they are annoying to put on, and it's just not a good time. And then I had them on starting yesterday. I had them on today. I have them on, and I didn't find that much of a difference in heart rate laying down when I woke up today, but it's only been 1 day since I've been wearing them, so I guess I'll be updating next week on what I've been doing, but I'm just going to read this off. So January 9th, waking up on all of these is I'm laying down flat without moving, strapped my heart monitor on, and just took it. My blood pressure was 113/58, and which wasn't that bad. And my pulse was 77. That's pretty high for laying down and like sleeping. So it's basically like you're working in your sleep, exercising in your sleep, maybe. I don't know. And then sitting on the side of the bed, sitting up, I was 104/67. And I had a pulse of 98, so you went from 77 to basically 100 sitting up. And that's what, like, just sitting up in bed is, yeah. And then standing, I went to 113/71 blood pressure, and pulse went to 114. And then second time, I measured the standing. I went from sitting to standing, and then I measured it again, like the standing. And the second time, it was right after I measured the first one, and literally like a second after. And right after, my blood pressure was basically the same, except for it was 113/79, and my pulse went up to 129. And so then January 10th, I didn't have the other 2 days on here, but maybe I'll go get my monitor. Laying down, I was 104/64 blood pressure and a 78 pulse. Now that's one more than the day before. And then for sitting up on the bed, I was 113/73 and for blood pressure, and then my pulse was 92. Now that wasn't as high as the day before, but when I stood up, my pulse went to 138, and that's just from sitting down to standing up, right? So that was a surprise, kind of, because it hasn't been that way for a while, but the day before, I wasn't wearing compression stockings. And standing up with the blood pressure was 112/80. So it's just like me taking some heart rate stuff. I haven't been doing that for a while, not fixating on my pulse all the time, but that's just a little bit of what my heart rate and blood pressure is always at when I am getting out of bed, and you know, when you go from laying position to upright position. So yeah, fun. And I have some other stuff from yesterday and today on my heart monitor, but it's basically the same thing, and it's the same kind of pattern. So, you know, like you're laying down, it's between 72-ish to 80 something, and then you're sitting up, it's in the 90s, and then standing up, it's a wide area between 110 and 140, but it varies day to day, as I've said many times before. So I feel like I'm starting not to make sense because I'm tired, but I'm going to go now, and I will see you next week, and I'll probably have some more numbers for you on my little experiments. And I am actually going to the neurologist on Tuesday, so I'll talk about that too. I will see you guys next week. Bye!